Hi Gemini, thanks for joining me for your July 2017 forecast for the month. I'm happy to be here. I am using the Lost Tarot of Nostradamus for this forecast. And thank you for your donations. Thank you for subscribing to this channel and for your support following me on Instagram and on Facebook, my business page, Audrey Alison, Astrology and Tarot. Let us start off the month with transits. This is a month about Leo. Now, for Gemini, this works for you because anything that happens in Leo, any planets that transit through there, they sextile the planetary placements you have in Gemini. So please watch your Gemini sun, your rising sign, and watch your moon sign because they will all help gather a full scope for the month. And if you'd like to watch my VIMEO forecasts, my VIMEO on demand, those are strictly psychic medium messages using the tarot. You can find me there, Audrey Alison, Medium Messages. All right, Gemmy. On July 4th, this is great news. Venus, the planet of love and attraction, enters the sign of Gemini in your first house of self. So you are looking your best. You are being smoothed over by the beautiful grace of Venus, and she is harmonizing you aesthetically. You are looking your best. And she's here from the 4th of July through July 31. So take advantage of her energy in the first house. You could attract love to you at this time. You should be out and be seen. I know it's hard to do, and trust me, I'm just like that. Some days I'm able to go out, some days I'm not. But this would work for you, Gemmy. If you're single and looking, this is great news. Venus has the ability to attract the right people to you. The right mirrored reflection that you need could be present. On the 5th of July, Mercury, your ruling planet, enters Leo. Fine. He sextiles you, which is harmonious placement in the third house of writing. Mercury is very comfortable in the third house position for you. But this is an energy that could create study and writing and effortless communication. Relationship with siblings is highlighted. Your analysis of your relationship to sibling, but also travel, local travel, neighborhoods, weekend trips, weekend getaways in the miles closest to you, in the area that's not too far away, not too long distance. This could also see repair or work on the vehicle for Gemini. Oh, God, I hope not. But it happens. Mercury's like a tune-up planet. He wants you to get everything handled in the third house of the chariot, of the vehicle. On the 9th, we have our full moon at 17 degrees of Capricorn. And this brings our culmination and awareness in the 8th house, intimacies. Some Geminis are putting an end to a sexual relationship or an intimate connection. You could be seeing something. Okay, the full moon in the 8th is a psychic placement, and the 8th house is naturally governed on the solar wheel by Scorpio. And what I'm feeling is that even though this is the full moon in Capricorn, the 8th house for you is this sexual, mysterious place. And you're seeing something here that could be a form of deception. And the message I'm getting is that someone has attempted to pull the wool over your eyes. So it's interesting what I'll see what I'll get with the tarot, but it's interesting that I'm getting that message. Deception and being able to see clearly at that time is going to be important for Gemini. It could have to do with, okay, thank you, someone's shared resources, someone trying to take something they're not due in a will or an inheritance. They're trying to stake claim on what isn't theirs. And that's not going to be for everyone, but this is definitely for some individuals. Now I'm hearing the name Deborah. Oh, and Deborah is actually the person who's passed. When Deborah left the home to Mark, oh my gosh, here we go. When Deborah left the home to Mark, she didn't mean leave it to everyone, because he's going to know what to do with the property and the house And I guess Mark is fair and Mark distributes things. I know this is not everyone's message. I just need to relay it. Keeping things their fairest is going to be important. And at the time of the full moon, regardless of if you're Deborah or Mark or know what I'm even talking about, be aware that someone isn't taking something that's not theirs. And it's falling in the lines of 8th house, property. It could be investments, investors, wills, inheritances, and all things shared resources. And also in your intimate relationships. Use protection in your sexual encounters around this time of the full moon, particularly 2.5 days before and 2.5 days after the full moon. Use protection from sexually transmitted diseases. That's also 8th house. And Pluto is next to this full moon, and I'm being reminded of that. And it's the planet of sex. And the message is Gemini needs to use protection. Now, obviously, if you're married and you've got your whole monogamy thing on lock, great. I'd still check your partners out. There's something a little off. It'll come up in the tarot, but we'll see. There's a little bit, someone's trying to get away with something here. I don't know if it has to apply to the full gamut of cheating. It could, but I would investigate a little bit. Use this full moon to be psychic and aware of your intimate connections with people, Gemini. On the 20th now, Mars follows suit and he enters Leo, so he's conjunct Mercury. And 2 days later, the Sun enters Leo. And then a day later, on the 23rd, the new moon is at 0 degrees of Leo. This is catalyst, initiating energy in the 3rd house of writing, publishing, study, communication, editing, journalism, siblings, vehicle, local travel. You're going to be very antsy, Gemini. You're already antsy because you're ruled by the wind, and you're the swords, the Queen of Swords and the King of Swords. You're restless, okay? Gemini's restless. And you govern anxiety at its best. So with Mars here, conjunct Mercury and the Sun, a lot of personal fiery planet action. So having the power and the fire of both Mars and the Sun together in the 3rd house, you are talkative, you're antsy, you're explaining away, you're on the go. You can't sit still probably to save your life, but that's okay because this is rare and you need this energy. In the 3rd house, you are the writer. You govern the 3rd house naturally. So on the solar wheel, so your 3rd house of Leo, yes, is impacted, but you're going to be typing away. I get laptops open, you're publishing, you're making money, you're doing it, you're getting things out there, you're promoting, promotion, 3rd house, publicity, even locally. Set your new moon at 0 degrees. This is a fresh start in your communication sector. And for some Leos, Geminis, you're starting over the relationship with your siblings. You're almost pushing a reset here in the 3rd house. New vehicles are coming into the play effortlessly. At 0 degrees, they don't always have to be 0 degrees, these new moons. They can be anywhere from 0 to 29 degrees. So to have this here, it's a fresh start. And you could take on a new communication style, Gemini. You could revamp how it is you are delivering your messages to the world. On the 25th, Mercury enters Virgo. Mercury governing Virgo second after you. Well, let me rephrase this, okay? My bad. It's not a comfortable placement for Gemini as much because it's a square to you. It's another mutable sign. So yes, it's coming at a 90-degree angle, but your ruling planet in Virgo works for you for who you are as a Gemini because you love the details. Gemini wants to hear all of the information and then wants to sit back and wonder if they want to participate in giving anything back. But that's okay. You're gathering information and Mercury's in the home sector, you can sit back in your environment and receive your info. I get investigating. So you might be at home doing some research. You might be looking for homes. You might be in communication with the maternal figure, the mother figure, which governs the fourth house, or that area exists in the fourth house of home. On the 31st, Venus enters Cancer, and this does a lot for Gemi's money. And Venus being attraction as much as she is love, but she's also security, where she gets her Taurian energy. This works in the second house of money, security in the money sector, and maybe even the relief or the help and support of females towards your finances, Gemini. Let's get to these cards because I'm excited about Nostradamus and all of the quatrains and his predictions. He's a brilliant prophet. He was an astrologer, a visionary, clairvoyant, and a beautiful writer en français. So let's see what he has to say and the cards have to say. And if you'd like to read with me, I'm at audreyalison.com. I read all through the week, and you could go to my website below and select your reading length, and I'll get back to you in a few days to set up a time for you. You'd place your order with me and through PayPal, and I'll email you back. And if you're interested in how I read the tarot, you can sign up for my tarot course for just the cost of a 30-minute tarot reading with me. And you would be supplied 3 weeks worth of information that I wrote and published, and you would get to interact with me in comment sections, and it's been a lot of fun. So if you're interested in that, the link is also below. The Magic of Tarot, Connecting Mind, Body, and Soul. So, Gemi, your first card is Nine of Cups. I'm already emotional. I must have lost like 100 viewers last month just because I started crying in these forecasts, but I can't help it. I'm getting emotional again. Your goal, 9 of Moons, okay? He uses the moon instead of cups. So 9 of Moons is wish fulfillment. Your goal is fulfilled, Gemi. It's all coming together. There are 2 wish cards in the tarot, the Star and the 9 of Cups, 9 of Moons. Let's see what else. This I pulled reverse. Let's see. Oh, the moon. See, the pictures are so different. I don't know what they are until I read them. The moon, and it's reversed. So I pulled it like this. Oh, yes. Oh, this is crazy. When I was saying there's some deception on the full moon. The moon reverse is deception. That's the definition of this card in the tarot. And feeling, oh my God. So around the time of the full moon, you have to be aware. Someone's going to try to pull the wool over your eyes. And the moon reversed is that. I'm tripping out because I love this tarot deck already. Okay. Chariot. This is the 3rd house. This, I'm cracking up. I have a lot of spirits. I have a lot of guides with me in general, but in this new place I'm living, it's out of control. And they're all angelic. This is a very light, vibrant environment. And the Chariot is full speed ahead. It's the new vehicle. I think I mentioned that. I'm not positive. They're saying yes, Audrey. Yes, you did. 2 very strong major arcana cards. Gemi, you need to be paying attention and also throw your energy into the 3rd house, because that's what the Chariot is too. Oh, the Chariot also governs the sign of Cancer. Could be a Cancer person in your life, as well as the moon reverse could be a Pisces in your life reverse, not really connecting with. Oh wow, and ending on the Fool. Major transformation for Gemi. Reset. Oh, and look, they're telling me 0. Oh, thanks. Oh wow, this is like amazing. Reset at 0 degrees. 0 degrees in the 3rd house. That's the Chariot. The 0. This is like nuts. I love the symbolism because what I get is that The Fool is starting over anyway. The Fool is 0 because he's packed his little bag, his satchel, and his staff, and he's moving away from that tower. And at 0 degrees in the 3rd house of local neighborhoods, you're getting out of there too. This is amazing, amazing. Thank you, thank you, thank you reading. I have 0 doubts that Gemini is headed in the right direction. Starting with your goal, with the wish card and goal fulfillment, into reversed moon is saying, look, be the psychic, be aware. Deception is around always, regardless. But you have the ability to discern this energy, Gemini. And new cars are coming into the mix. I'm being told that again. And this is a restart. If you've had trouble with the vehicle, that's why you're getting the new one. You don't have to go through any more repairs of the vehicle. I'm hearing that too. Just get the new one. The cost of the car is going to be less than all the repairs you're doing anyway. You don't need a lot of money down. Okay, so that's going to make sense to somebody. Wish fulfillment. I'm very happy with this reading. Gemini, I'm wishing you a beautiful month of July. And remember, the sky is limitless, so reach for the stars.